Okay.
I think that's fine, especially sitting. It's not gonna make a big deal.
And we're sort of live-ish, kind of.
Oh, you're sort of alive.
I mean,
You're sort of dead.
I'm entirely alive.
You're gonna be sort of dead.
I don't know.
When I'm through with you, you're gonna be sort of dead.
I see.
Which is a weird threat to me.
Maybe it's not. Oh.
You gotta watch a Geico ad first.
Oh, Geico ad.
You can't skip
Okay.
this ad.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's already over.
That's true.
How convenient. I don't.
My arms can breathe.
Yay.
It's so nice.
That's good.
Hi, arms.
Hi.
Yeah, even like a light blue would have been nicer, I think.
Instead of whatever this is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, we're stretching.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Being
are.
doofy.
Yeah. It's what we do.
Oh, they get to hear me scream my arms for like 20 minutes?
Yeah. Being doofy is what we do.
Hey, Jay. I'm
Hi,
AJ.
hi, Jay.
Who are you guys?
I'm Peter. What was that a person in the background? That was Miss Bird. We're not looking at a live. that was so weird.
Why don't we look at our live selves?
Okay, here.
So that we can know what's going on.
Here's our live
Now, if
selves.
there's a person.
But
that
now
walks
we
by
can't see the
behind us-
comments.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Everyone's complaining and yelling at
why
me.
Why are we?
Oh, I wanted to show you that.
Because it's a nice frame.
Because
There, now we
Star
can all
Wars
see
on Maker Max.
everything, and everything is
Oh.
professional.
yeah. Well, professional-ish. I mean, as professional as Random Encounters gets.
Well, it's not very professional.
No truth.
Can I product placement, or should I hide this?
No, you can hide. You can.
Oh, I was
not
on one
hide
of
it.
those too. So.
Okay.
So hi everybody. How are you guys today?
Hola.
Hopefully awesome because today is August 1st.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not crazy, right?
no,
18
it's
more days till your birthday.
8/1.
I know my
2015.
birthday's this month.
Oh man.
What a fun month to be having a live.
You
chat.
should be hyped about your birthday present from Miss Bird. Not me.
He already knows what it is, because
I
I've
do
been
know what
telling
it
him
is.
for like a year and a
She's
half.
been
Oh.
bragging for a year and a half
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
gonna be getting. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
And
that's
I got
good.
it for free because eBay gave me a $25 coupon.
Good job, EJ. EJ.
Who is that? Who is EJ?
Amazing.
So yeah, we're gonna spend a little bit of time talking to you guys, answering some questions and things like that. The funny thing is, I've had questions printed out for like 4 years now. Since before we lived in this house,
Yeah.
I've had questions printed out from one of our live chats, or maybe several of our live chats, to be honest. So I'm gonna be answering some of these today that I'd say that I thought were awesome that we never actually answered.
Just to let you know, we got ready, like we got all happy today this morning by listening to the Amiibo song. So
I didn't. I was getting a shower.
if you need to be
Oh,
happy,
okay.
listen to the Amiibo song.
Well, then
It
you were
is so
happy getting a shower
oh
and not
yeah.
listening to
Oh,
the
it was
Amiibo
so
song.
good.
Tell us more. Get to the juicy parts. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know if I bait you, you'll go for it.
Yeah.
Kind of like when Mikey was working on the new puppet for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I asked, can it have teeth? Can we put some teeth on
It's
it?
a trap.
And he was like, yeah, sure, I can change anything. Whatever you need, just let me know. And I was like, well, in that case, let's just make it a giraffe instead. And like I waited, and there was no comment back. So then I had to message him and go back, please don't make it a giraffe. I don't want it to actually be a giraffe. And I'm like, and I know if I don't say this now, you will show up and it will be a giraffe instead. And I was like, what have I done?
And he honestly said he started it.
Yeah, he didn't bring a giraffe.
Yeah.
He did tell me before he arrived that like it's a good thing you sent me that message. Like I was seriously like I would have done it, and I'm like I know you would have. That's why. But yeah,
Amazing.
he showed up and he's like, I was gonna build you a giraffe as well, so I could pull it out of the bag and be like, here you go, and hand it to me. I'd be like, ha ha ha, where's my puppet? So Didn't
Did we specifically mention that this is
Stupid
Miss Bird and also
shirts.
Sparrow?
Hi, I'm
Miss Bird is Sparrow.
in an
Sparrow is
ill-fitting
Miss
shirt.
Bird. They are one and the same. And
Of course, we're talking to 13 people right now, so those 13 people probably
Oh.
already know that.
Probably.
Unfortunately.
yeah,
I'm Miss
Oh,
Bird,
12
the
people.
third in the herd.
they're not happy. Uh-oh.
Oh, that was
That's
my
your phone.
phone.
I was like, your thing
we
is
heard
like
this
fizzling
crazy
out.
buzzing, and I was like, oh, all of my equipment is dying.
Well,
Lovely.
That's because Grayson knocked it all over.
Yeah, he did.
Probably.
It's
That
true.
cat.
Anyway,
Can go home. Whoever home is that isn't here.
but I'm home right now.
Okay,
he
so if you
says.
guys have any questions, feel free to type them in now, and Michelle will answer them for you in the chat.
I haven't seen
before we get
Michelle
to
in the
them.
chat.
Maybe not. Maybe
Actually.
today you can actually convince us to answer the same questions that we
Yeah.
answer every time beforehand.
But Aiden is here.
That's true. He'll
well, I was
help.
gonna say,
Aiden's
and
like
Kat is
Michelle.
here, so like,
Yeah.
what we're saying is that a lot of you guys are probably people that've been on the channel for quite a long time, so you'll probably have answers for each other,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fine. We're gonna try to answer questions that we've never answered before, but you know, just make sure that when you make a question in the chat, you type "question" in all caps, because that makes it really easy to read which ones are questions for us to try to catch.
Meow.
And Peter's gonna prepare.
I am setting this to be like the featured thing because that's
Oh,
not,
okay.
I think, happening right. Oh no, yeah, it is. Never mind. So
Is it also on the main channel page right now?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
it is.
it's everywhere.
Oh, okay.
So we just organically only have 11 people for some reason today.
Ooh,
That's
that's
really
okay.
unusual. 10 people.
was
Milani,
gonna
it's
say.
actually a radio.
Huh?
It's
Oh.
made to look like a phone,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
We got tricked.
Yeah.
If anyone's wondering what Miss Bird is talking about,
Well, we didn't think we could actually probably call on it either.
13.
that thing.
Yeah, that box looks like an old-fashioned phone. It's actually a radio.
There. Yeah.
Here, I'll take it off the wall.
Oh my.
Yeah, I was gonna why not? It's right there.
Well, that's exciting.
Hold on. Is there?
It also-
a cat in there?
What? Where'd AJ?
Cat just waiting
He's
on
going to
this.
go get it.
Oh.
I don't know
Gotcha.
where he's going
Apparently,
with
there's
it.
possibly a cat trapped in the other room.
The door closes sometimes on cats
I
that
did
are in
that.
the room and they can't get out.
Yeah.
All right, so yes, this is an old tiny phone that we bought.
It looks like it looks like a face.
Yes, it does. And you take it off here, Miss Bird. You can call somebody.
Hello. Hello.
But it's not a phone. Oh, hey, spin
And this
that.
thing, you can turn that, and there's a crank on the side that you.
Oh, really? It doesn't
That's how
sound
you
like anything?
No, you have to add a sound effect, Peter.
Oh,
You
I,
of all
I
people
was
know.
hoping. No, I was hoping that would have a sound effect because like
Oh, like
old
If it
motor.
worked,
Yeah,
if
exactly.
it worked, it might have one.
Yeah, it's
but
not
it
attached
doesn't.
to something. We have to open this up if we
No.
want to get it like reattached.
That's a shame.
So it just rotates in place.
I
and
was
stuff, so.
I just watched a video about Ben Burt, who's like the sound designer for Star Wars, and
This thing looks like
Hey!
something for Star Wars.
and for
Don't
Wally,
hissing.
and for Wally, and he got like a bunch of old gear like this and was like spinning gears and stuff to make
Really?
the sounds of
Stuff like
Wally.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, this doesn't make cool sounds really.
I was excited.
I like the sound of this thing though hanging up. It's like
Oh, nice.
that's pretty cool.
Anyway, there
Good
are lots
question.
of questions. Yeah,
But AJ wants to read his questions.
but well, there.
It's fine.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'll catch the questions if you guys.
Yeah. Well, are you excited for nights 3 through 5 of the FNAF musical?
Oh, I can't wait.
Yes.
I want that to
They're
go
gonna be
away.
so fun when somebody makes
Guys,
them.
I want my living room back.
Yes and no.
It's true.
Our living room has been taken over by Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's been like that for like
Ridiculous.
2 months or something right now.
Yeah, and it's probably gonna be like that for another couple months.
Yeah, which is kind of obnoxious.
For a while, we didn't have a door because we had to keep the
Yeah,
door open
yeah.
for the hallways stuff.
we
that-
still can't really open the door effectively.
No.
Well, no, you can because that was the next step. Is then we put the door back, but we didn't put the handle back on because
Oh,
we had
you
to
put the
cover
handle
over
back
the door.
on?
Yeah,
I didn't
So
notice
I
that.
finally,
Oh,
it was
good,
like
I can stop
it's
jumping
weird.
on my window.
It's weird having like our back door with no handle on it
Uh-huh.
because I'm like I feel like people could basically just open it and walk in if they want to in the middle of the night. And I'm like that freaked me out enough
Mm-hmm.
that I finally reattached the handle. I'm like okay, I have to take this back off.
Thank you.
Or
It freaked
hide
me
it or
out
something.
too.
Okay, I'm not the only one that was like a little
It didn't make me
about it.
scared, but I was always like, I can't leave.
Well, then the cats would go over there and they make like sounds like trying to like get through the door and stuff. And it would make me jump like late
Uh-huh.
at night knowing like you just hear like against the window and you're like, what is out there? Will it come in?
Amazing.
Yeah.
So I mean, yes and no. Obviously, it's doing good things for our channel, and that's great. But at the same time, it's like we've got 3 more nights to do.
I've got a question. Can I open? I've got a question.
Oh, really?
Can I open up like a notepad or something?
Sure.
How do I do it?
Search.
On Windows 8. Oh.
Just like Windows 7 and Windows XP.
Yeah, no one
But
ever
it
uses
didn't-
that.
I
was
use it
gonna
all the
s-
time.
I only use it for calculator because
Uh-huh,
since you
calc.
were like, oh, if you hit this and type calc
Uh-huh.
and push enter, then you can start. Which is not as cool as on Mac, where you can literally just like open the search thing and start doing calculations.
Well, you can do that on Windows too.
Can you?
Oh, calculations. No. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Oh wow, they.
Anyway,
Oh, the chat thing is up here. Okay.
have fun trying to manage that.
Parse some of these.
Yeah, I don't have 2 screens. I'm sorry. Mer, what?
Um.
Sorry.
Oh yeah,
dude.
that was the old-fashioned telephone question.
Let's see here.
Is it true? Asks Kat.
that the beard isn't a natural blonde.
All that we know about the beard is in a video that is currently in the video description.
Oh, baby.
That is all we know about the beard.
But we do have something in the video description.
We
so
do.
that could help.
Yes.
Um,
So any answers you want about the beard, if there are any other questions, we don't know the answers to them.
I would say that the beard is an unnatural blonde.
He is unnatural,
Yes.
and he is a blonde, it would seem.
Who knows what color he will become one day if
Indeed.
if he olds enough.
If he olds enough.
If he olds enough.
Lovely.
Yes. Oh, I should have been copying people's
Oh,
names.
there's Nafenjo. Okay. Hi, Michelle.
I love
Oh, yeah.
you.
Thank you for answering our questions.
I love you so much.
There's a question about if you could be any video game character, who would you be and why?
If you could be or beat.
Be.
Okay.
If you could be any video game character.
Any video game character, eh?
Currently, I'd want to be Spot.
Who's Spot?
He's from the 7-Up game for Game Boy.
Oh yeah, okay. I
Okay.
actually had that for Game Boy too. They had it for I think Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo as well. Vinfi says shout out to YouTube for not saying we're streaming.
Seriously, YouTube?
I wondered. I'm like,
I mean, that's
That's
why
the only-
that's why our numbers are so low. It makes sense.
thank you, Vinfi, and
do you
YouTube.
fix it?
Shout out to you, YouTube.
I don't know.
Good job.
I don't know. Like, we usually do have 60 people on here, and it's really weird to only have 16.
No, it's an intimate chat today.
It is very
It's okay. You
intimate.
guys have our undivided attention, except for me trying
Well,
to find questions.
I mean, divided by 16.
Okay. So very slightly divided.
You have our 1/16th
no, this
attention.
is like a very private chat for them right
I know,
now.
right?
That's actually kind of cool for you guys.
Yeah.
So we're
And
gonna.
if you become a Patreon member, it can be even
You can
more
do that
private.
once a month. That's even better. Any video game characters, you can
Right,
spot
right.
the dot.
Hey, Aiden remembers it.
Yay!
Spot the dot. Okay.
But that's like right now, because my answer always changes.
Right.
I would want to be a Yoshi. I think
Fair.
because I like how versatile Yoshis are. They have like a lot of cool powers. I also roleplayed a Shy Guy for a long time because Shy Guys are the same thing. Shy Guys build so many crazy things and like have all these special weapons.
I, in some ways, would like to be. I mean, I know that Minecraft has a bunch of different characters now, but Steve, like, he gets all of his materials just by the grunt of his hands, you know, and that's kind of awesome. And he's pretty competent. Like, he travels between dimensions and stuff. I mean, he's a pretty cool guy, and I feel like I could have some awesome stuff if I could just like hit a animal once and get burnt or like steak for
Okay,
it.
I mean that's very yeah. It's kind of like when people are talking about like Zelda and how you just go cut
Yeah,
the grass
yeah.
or like smash
Mikey,
pots and get
stop
money.
trolling everyone.
Hi, Mikey? Question mark. Cat, what are you doing? Gray thing. There's a gray thing in here. It's a cat.
Okay, so there was a question about making a Last of Us musical.
Yes. I mean, we haven't played the game. We've got
Only if I can play the little girl.
Fair.
You can't because Ellen Page is gonna have to play her.
Oh.
So sorry, Ellen Page gets to do that part. I'm sorry.
So I get to play Natalie Portman, but I can't play Ellen Page.
Yes, that's
Really?
true. That is correct.
Lovely.
I can pretend I have a big forehead.
Oh, now you can play her. That's okay now. All right.
We've got the game over there.
I was gonna say we
We
haven't
almost
started, though.
considered starting it yesterday.
Oh, that's why I do that. Look at that. One drop versus like 20 bazillion drops.
That is why you do that. I'll clean that up.
Yeah, so we've got the game. We haven't played it. It looks like a really awesome game, and we've wanted to play it, and we've wanted to subsequently make a musical about it, but we haven't because
Well, there's a sequel coming in.
reasons. There is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Pretty
nice.
sure they announced it.
Um,
They didn't have anything about it really.
it's just one of those games where it's like we don't know enough about it to be able to make a more simplistic version of it. So we would have to like, you know, do all the fancy crazy stuff that's really expensive to make you guys think that we've played the game
So
instead.
a lot of
Or they could just ask me.
You've played the game?
Yeah.
Oh, well that's cool. I didn't know that. Anyway,
Oh, there we got that.
let's see here.
Okay, so that was I got a question from Shut Up. Shut Up wants to know, what song did you have the most fun with?
Okay.
Which is a very specific question. It's not what your favorite video is.
Mm-hmm.
It was really about which one was just the most fun to make. Any ideas?
Monkey ball.
Monkey Ball.
Really?
I'm trolling.
Okay.
I was gonna
good.
say, Nefenjo tried to answer that one, but it's always difficult because we're always vague.
Basically, it changes from month to month depending on what we've made.
That's the problem with the question is like every time it's gonna be something.
Because it's always what's fresh in your mind. So, like,
Yeah.
say we just made an Octodad musical,
Yeah.
so we're inclined to say, well, Octodad is, even though, like, maybe it was
Uh-huh.
Medic or something.
That is called availability bias.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
makes up words all the time.
I don't make up words. Chromatic aberration is a real thing, people. It's a real problem that
phone
real
even
people
knew.
deal with.
My phone even knew that was a real thing, which is
I
weird.
told you it was real. She was typing chromatic aberration because she was trying to make fun of me, but it popped up
Chromatic
like the
aberrations,
full
yeah.
phrase. Yeah, I don't make up words, guys.
Pental.
The pen tool isn't real, yeah. It's always really difficult to knock it down to one specific one. The Clefairy song actually still is kind of funny to me because I got to just mess up stuff. Like I wiped whipped cream on a couch. I got to squeeze like paint or glue all over a chair. So I was really distracted
It's not
with
when
that.
I do that.
Yeah, it's because we
That
don't
makes
like
sense.
we don't get to sell a song when you do it.
Wow.
That's
I
why
got
I
to
wait.
drink. I got to drink under a couch, dressed in a tutu.
It's
So
like
I'm
the
like,
second
"Alright."
time. The second time you've had alcohol.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And I still didn't enjoy it. So
Oh.
I have yet to actually enjoy drinking. Really. But
You like drinking?
I teach their own. No, I said I have yet to enjoy drinking.
Oh.
That means I don't.
Also, like, let's have another round. Woo!
But we've done a lot. Like honestly, Resident Enos was a lot of fun to make.
Well, once
Even though we had so many problems with
Yeah,
it. It's
the-
like if you took out all of the problems that happened, that would have been an amazing shoot.
that's fair.
Yeah. The
We did
could
have
be-
a lot of problems.
The same could be said with the Chess with a Monkey video on
Uh-huh.
on Markiplier's channel. That actually would have been a lot of fun to make, except we had such weird time constraints for the monkey, and the monkey had troubles doing a lot of the things that we were supposed to do. So it would have been awesome otherwise.
But I mean, like Miss Bird said, Octodad. That was a fun.
It
song,
was.
a fun song.
I
to
got
shoot.
to dress as an octopus and destroy.
I would
things.
I
Easily
didn't like
say-
it because I was an inkling.
Oh.
You weren't an inkling most of the time.
I wasn't anything most of the time.
Mer.
Wait.
Well, there wasn't much most of the time either. It was like a 2-hour shoot. How long did it actually take to shoot Octodad? Was it
minutes.
legitimately?
It was literally 2 hours.
2 hours? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Shortest
crazy.
musical to date.
I mean, we did rehearse it technically
Yeah.
the day before.
Yeah, I guess. You can go watch that on Maker Max.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's
At
on, it's on
Maker.tv, yeah.
It's on YouTube right now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it's got
right, we
like
did upload it.
18,000 views or something.
Yeah. All right. So, Miss Bird, did you have one? You said it kind of changes depending?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Kat had a question. Whether we prefer Marvel or DC?
Dark Horse.
I was gonna say Miss Bird is like, wrong.
And I don't really care. I don't do versus kind of crap.
But what about the YouTube channel where it's Marvel versus DC?
What about it?
It's so fun.
I don't care.
It's so good. You should
don't-
watch it.
I don't care.
Guys, it's called
I like
Watch It.
Batman and I don't like Superman. Never mind. I was I don't know. Whatever. It's like whatever. I like people and I don't like people.
I like them
and-
for their own things. I like
Never
Marvel's
mind
movies.
about
I like.
his shirt, though, guys. Let's point
Well,
that out.
Yeah, Marvel's TV is really awesome. I'm sorry, Marvel's movies are awesome. I don't care so much about
Uh-huh.
their TV yet, but I hear it's getting really good.
It's
And I like
Yeah.
DC's TV, but I really don't like most of the movies.
Who's
that-
Arrow made by?
DC
That
is made.
atrocity.
well, I mean, Arrow is a DC character.
Okay.
All right. So,
Is that what you meant?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, so we like Marvel and DC is the answer, except for Miss Bird who doesn't like either of them.
Exactly.
Vero Penguin had asked, why don't you make a goat simulator claymation?
Because we would get sued by what's
Because-
Sean the sheep.
Sean the Sheep is not suing us, I think.
Because we want to make an Animal Crossing one, which is infinitely better than Goat Simulator. Thank you, bye.
Mic drop.
I mean, that would be amusing, but we'd have to like have a whole bunch of really weird models that stretch in horribly creepy ways to make that happen.
You should do it for April Fools, but it's literally just a goat, like acting like a goat, not like the crazy goat in Goat
Right,
Simulator,
right.
just a goat, like chewing grass or something.
And then just write a
Nice.
song about a goat.
Nice. Hi, Gotham.
Yeah, and
You wouldn't be in the
Nefencho
stream?
correctly pointed out that claymation takes a lot of time and work.
That is true.
We've done Pac-Man the Musical's claymation, and it took several weeks of just working late nights and things like that.
What?
So, and that was a really simple one because nobody has like arms or, mouths for the most part and things like that. So it's a lot easier to make a claymation when you just have to animate their
Okay,
eyes and
they're
their
just regular
bodies.
Yeah,
people. I thought
yeah.
some,
And they're blobs. So
I
it's
thought it was
really easy.
police across the street in Kevlar. I was like, what's going on over there?
Nice.
They're making a musical for
Nice.
Random Encounters. That's what they're saying about us all the time. Like, what are they doing across
I know,
the
right?
street?
There was a comment about that in the stream yesterday.
Yeah.
They were like, "Do your neighbors get angry at you for screaming all the time at the middle of the night?" I'm like, "Nope, never had a problem with that."
All right.
Anyway, let's see here. Are you guys going to make another Zelda musical? Probably. I mean, at some point, like,
Yeah.
just.
Nefenjo called that
that's-
one too,
yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
In fact, I was thinking about one the other day. We'll probably touch on this later. We had somebody contact us who was like, we'd like to, work with you guys. And that happens every day. What doesn't happen every day is this particular person works for Nintendo and was like, I want to be in a musical.
right.
And don't feel pressure or anything, but this would be awesome. I think it'd be a lot of
Can't
fun.
say his name.
We can. We probably will later. So anyway, and I started thinking about what could we do with him? What would be a fun project to give him? And I wanted to go back to what we used to do sometimes, or just find like a sketch from like a game, like that was kind of important. Like, oh, here's a moment everybody remembers from a game. Let's
Right.
reenact it with a song.
Right.
So I was like, what if we and I didn't want to propose this because I didn't want to be like offensive to him and be like, but he is like older than us. I'm like, what if we do one with the old man at the beginning of the original Legend of Zelda who gives Link a sword and says it's dangerous to go alone, take this. I'm like, what if we did a musical number where Link is like, you gotta be kidding me, I don't need that. I have done, and this old man is like, trust me, you gotta take this sword. Like, if you go out there, he's gonna kill you. And it's like, I think that could be a fun, and I know Warp Zone did a sketch about that. Where the old guy in the cave or something, I don't remember, but and Brental Floss actually dressed up as him, I think, for a rap at some point or something. So I'm like, it could be kind of fun to do like a number like that. So even that alone, it wouldn't be a full Zelda game, but it would be a little excerpt, and we could go back to things like that, where it's like, oh, here's part of a Zelda game everybody remembers, a water temple song or something like that. We could do things like that. So. Yeah.
The next question is really important, guys. It's extremely important. The question is, does AJ ever wear full-length pants?
If you've ever watched any of our musicals, you know that, yes, he does wear full-length pants sometimes.
But when he is not in musicals, I would be hard-pressed to... Well, okay, maybe Sundays. I don't really look at your pants often, but...
He doesn't. He wears shorts still.
Okay, never mind, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so.
I like that unless it's part of a costume, I basically never wear pants. Now, that wasn't always the case. When I was working in an office up until very recently, like the last 2 months,
Oh, that's true.
I had to wear pants. They wouldn't let you wear anything but
I forgot
pants.
about that, yeah.
And they wouldn't even let you wear like jeans. They had to be like either slacks or I got away with like some like cargo pant kind of things.
For a time, they would allow you to wear black jeans.
Yeah, and
not
then
blue
she
jeans.
changed her mind. It was like, oh no, that's not okay anymore. And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, when did that change? Because I've been doing it for like 2 years.
And then she sold the company.
Yes. So anyway,
AJ can't go back to work if he needs to.
Oh, that's a good point. We don't have a fallback plan if YouTube fails us.
guys, I think it's okay. YouTube, as rocky as it feels some days.
It's doing a good job,
Yes.
which
Oh my
we're very
gosh,
appreciative
so
of.
many,
FNAF?
yeah.
Yeah. I
Rolling
feel
my
ya.
eyes.
I feel
So anyway,
ya.
I do wear pants, but only if I have to.
Mhm.
I will generally never choose to wear something other than shorts
Yeah.
or dresses occasionally.
Texas Viper.
I wear those more than pants, maybe.
Texas Viper, please stop asking when Night 3 will be up because we don't know.
And everybody else, please stop
Sometime
asking
this
if we're
month.
gonna make a FNAF musical with Markiplier.
Because probably. There we go.
Common sense, people.
And that's what happens when we have 64 people is everyone asks about FNAF again.
Oh, okay.
And Markiplier.
Okay, well, since we've got a moment, do we want to discuss anything about FNAF? I mentioned we got a new puppet.
Let's mention it again. FNAF Night 3 is being made.
Do you want to show him?
We have a puppet.
No.
We're not showing you the puppet.
But
We're not showing you the
The
puppet.
reasons that
But-
We
trust
have
us, there's
we
a
have
good
a
reason
plan
it.
for when and how we're
Yeah.
showing the puppet.
Yeah. And
but
nope.
You are the voice of the Encounterers right now.
Be happy,
Encounterer, that we're talking about FNAF right now because we could have just moved on to
Yeah.
other things.
it's
Yeah.
Golden Freddy, isn't it?
There's
We're not talking about it.
There's 95% probability that Nate Wants to Battle will be the lead character
I was
in
gonna
it.
say, unless some sort of crazy scheduling thing goes
exactly.
down, Nate said he would come take over Mark's job
Yeah.
for the next one. Because, as you guys remember, Mark had an unfortunate incident at the end of the second night. Somebody died.
Yeah.
He's in
Or
jail.
not, I don't know.
We do plan on bringing Mark back if he depending on his availability.
Yeah, we'll have to see
Um,
how things. I know he's got a busy month.
But
going on
if
right
not,
now, so.
we can. I mean, it is possible to write him out. No one
Yeah.
wants that, so
Yeah, you
we're
guys
not
would much
going
rather see Markiplier in more Five Nights at Freddy's
Yeah.
stuff, I think.
And then
so,
Purple Guy gets his own musical.
And then Purple Guy.
and
gets-
Purple Guy sings the rest
No,
of the
that's not happening. I hope. Anyway, that's all I have to say about FNAF.
Do you
Well,
want to-
actually,
there was
we
one
got
question.
some more people. So also,
I was
it's
gonna say.
ruined our lives. No.
There was a question about how we made that office set. Do you want to discuss how any of those things are made? Because obviously we
sure.
don't live in an office for
Right.
Five Nights at Freddy's. We really don't.
Sure, I guess.
Lots of stupid
It
patients.
used to basically, it's, got these color walls and stuff, and the floor looks like that. It doesn't have all the black on it, so.
Yeah. So basically, the black stuff on the floor is pieces of paper and black tape, to make little black tiles. The those crazy bulletin boards. What? That's literally just foam insulation.
Yeah, that is. If you go to Home Depot, you can get these giant, or Lowe's or whatever. They've got giant pink, like boards of foam, basically. And I read on the internet about making bulletin boards because those are windows behind them. And we went, how do we cover these giant windows? Because we don't want to, make a fake wall over that if we have a better option. And I read that somebody did that for kids. They took the foam board and they just covered it with like fabric or something. And they're like, oh, it makes it pretty good. Like you can push pins into it and stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's awesome. We should just put up 2 big bulletin boards, cover them with fan art in the office. And we used wrapping paper, I think, on ours from the dollar store. So it was even cheaper probably than what it was supposed to be. Yeah, the
I'm hungry. I'll be back.
Okay.
pattern checker is literally just a bazillion piece of paper that we printed it on and cut
Yeah.
it out. So
Yeah.
there's nothing special about that.
So yeah, I mean, it's all really very doable stuff. Like even that desk. The desk is from IKEA, but like it didn't have
friends, so-
it didn't have drawers or anything.
True.
So we just grabbed some pieces of cardboard, spray painted them black, and bought little tiny like handles and screwed
Yeah.
them on. So those drawers on the left side of the desk are literally cardboard. We at the very beginning, I'm like, hey, so Mark, these drawers, if you pull on them too hard, they'll just rip off and tear apart. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm not gonna rip apart your set. Why would you think I would do that?
He was grateful for that, though.
Yes.
I remember he
President
was like,
Eunice.
he's like,
Well
I
said.
probably would have at some point knocked those off if I
Yeah.
didn't know to avoid them.
Yeah. So anyway, that's FNAF. I think we're done with that, don't you, AJ?
Probably. There will be new updates about FNAF coming out later this month.
Oh look, the other
Yes.
question.
And
we
by
made.
later this month, I mean probably like in a week or so.
Uh-huh.
Like you guys are going to be getting new things about FNAF
Yeah.
very soon.
Yeah.
It will be the next musical, by the way, because some GameBot asked when's
Okay.
the next musical.
Fair.
The next one will be Five Nights at Freddy's Night 3.
Sure.
At the end of August,
Yes.
because that's when.
It is when. All right. If you could live the life of one of your musical characters, who would you be? AJ
know.
would be Enos, I'm sure.
Clefairy or Enos. Enos would be pretty awesome, actually, though.
Miss Bird, who would you be?
None of them. They're all dumb.
All dumb.
What about in the Amiibo song? You're like just a person. You're Miss Bird in the Amiibo
I'm
song.
AJ's mom, apparently.
Some people think you're
Do you
his
know
mom.
how distressing that is?
I'm sorry. Well, I love AJ's mom.
Oh my. This just got weird.
No, if you love AJ's mom, you should be kissing me.
She just denied me a kiss.
He just said he loved his mom.
Hey, Peter, what musical character would you be?
Don't
Also,
know.
Belinda's married.
I don't know. Not anymore. No. Who would I be? Who would I be? Do I have to have been the person? Probably not, right?
If you could live as any of our musical characters,
hope
it doesn't
you
have to be one
I'd
that you
like-
played.
I hope he says Enos.
No.
You should be Enos, Peter.
I'd like to be Evie.
Come on, just. Well, she's gainfully employed.
She is employed. She's singing. She's artistic. She's beautiful.
She loves breeding.
She loves breeding. Everyone.
Gotta
She
throw
works
that
in a
in
she
there.
works in a bar. Probably gets free drinks afterwards. It's great setup there. She's
Okay.
not even part of the Smash Brotherhood, so she doesn't have to worry about getting killed.
True. Yeah, her life is pretty straightforward.
Yeah. So I think that would be pretty awesome to be Evie.
All right. There's only one person watching now.
Whoa.
Good.
What is going on with YouTube?
I'm not really sure because we had 70 or something.
Yes,
a
we
moment
did.
ago.
I saw that.
Did
But-
YouTube accidentally end the stream?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Matt Pat can go die. I mean, I can't say that anymore, huh?
No, it's
No.
still going.
I forgot.
The
Sorry.
peak
I
concurrent
don't
was
think you forgot.
No, I did.
the peak
just
concurrent
a
is
gut
83,
reaction.
but that doesn't say what it is right now. Oh, here we go. Analytics. Nope, it doesn't tell us if it's going or not. I mean,
It certainly seems like it might have a problem.
it's been pretty wonky today. Is anyone here? Actually,
Well, people
Oh,
keep
there's
commenting.
still-
the
Comments.
people are okay.
Maybe
Sorry.
we lost our viewership numbers.
Yeah. Sorry, YouTube is being really weird today. Anyway,
The
so
stream
it's
isn't working.
it's pretty clear that people are here. Let's see if that's a good point, Miss Bird. Let's see if the stream is still going.
You gotta push the play button.
I am.
Huh.
This is the greatest stream of all time.
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties.
I don't like you.
On my
like you.
end, we are still streaming strong, but
So YouTube is not.
YouTube.
It works.
Oh,
It's back.
okay, good. Sorry, we don't know what happened. What the?
Well,
What
we still
is-
hear people saying lag.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Huh. Why is this all right justified all of a sudden?
I don't know.
I didn't think that was possible in
Notepad?
Notepad.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
I don't know what
So
is
anyway.
going on
Fortunately, that
just
doesn't
in
matter.
general.
So if everybody's still here, it's debatable because we have some people that it's literally still not working.
Okay.
I
So
see picture,
yes,
but-
most people
Oh man.
refresh if it's not working.
I say because our quality is really bad too right now.
I think that's just our setting. Yeah, we're on 144.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know 144p existed on YouTube. All right, so sorry about that. I don't know what all of that was about, but yeah, that's our quality. It's fine.
Okay.
Anywho, YouTube has been really messing up their live streaming today. As you all may have noticed, some of you probably didn't get notifications that we were even streaming until like halfway in or something. So I apologize, except that I have no reason apologizing for YouTube because it's not my fault.
Maybe it is, Peter.
Maybe it is.
Maybe
Fair
it's
enough.
your fault.
Anywho,
This is YouTube trying to shut you guys down.
yes, YouTube wants random encounters to fail.
Probably.
So will you make another Smash Brotherhood? Absolutely. I think we can say that legitimately now. Like, it
Probably.
will happen.
As Nafenja pointed out in the chat, we actually have a goal set on our Patreon page to be able to make the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing about making Smash Brotherhood was it did not perform as well as we'd hoped because we thought we could get as many views on it as a musical. And
Right.
the reason we need views are because that's how we manage to survive on. Our basically the ad revenue, especially when we don't have iTunes to help pay our bills as well. And on something that's not musical, we won't have any iTunes. So we need to make sure that if we're going to invest a bunch of time and costuming and set building and things like that into a project, we need to make sure that at the end it's going to help us keep our channel running. And the Smash Brotherhood was riding that line of not being able to do that. Actually, it wasn't even riding the line. If we had to put off doing musicals to keep doing the Smash Brotherhood,
We would not be talking to you today.
I would have to leave to go get another job
Yeah.
someplace and things like that. So we ultimately have said we need to keep doing musicals because those are the things that most of our channel watch and help us support ourselves. So, but that's why we put it on Patreon and said, hey, if you guys can help make up that difference at this level, we can actually even let it slide if we have to, making musicals, and give it time to actually continue doing the Smash Brotherhood.
Now, on the same token, FNAF has been doing very similar things to what the Patreon has been doing in terms of the amount of money that it's bringing in. So I suspect that by the time we're done with the FNAF videos, we'll actually be able to just do that. I'm not going to make any promises for when it's going to happen, but...
Hey,
Yeah,
FNAF
we
is
might be
going to
able
open
early.
up. FNAF is going to open up a lot of doors for us, and we're really excited
Yeah.
about that because of.
Yeah, the Patreon thing was
reasons.
set by a
Yeah,
channel
enough.
that had about half as many
I know,
subscribers as we've got now,
Yeah.
and it was getting probably not even half the traffic.
No, 1/5 the traffic.
Yeah, so honestly, because the channel's been doing so well, we might be able to go back to Smash Brotherhood sooner than we expected.
Yeah.
So
crush that Morrison's.
I apparently
Okay.
can't. Oh, because I had the wrong window open.
For everyone who's new here, this is Miss Bird.
Hi.
There are always questions about who's that chick, and we're like,
I'm actually Markiplier.
oh, hi Markiplier.
Hi.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence today.
It's always a pleasure.
Lovely. So, yes, that's Miss Bird. She's she works with us, and she basically is the glue on our channel. She
Yep.
does the things that slip through the cracks that AJ and I have to create because we're working on too many other things. And she is
I
instrumental.
also bother them to do a Patreon report every week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's really good at that.
And she also swears too much. We love her.
I don't swear too much.
Hey, how was it recording, Peter, the Big the Cat song? Jesse Vickers asked that a while ago. We didn't answer.
I love that person.
That's a great question.
How was it?
So the Big the Cat song was one of the very few videos that we actually had a live microphone on set recording for. Remember that, AJ? We had this microphone
Oh, that's right.
and we had it on a boom stand and
Yeah,
we
we
were
did.
miking people.
Yeah.
So I loved it because I was like, we're doing it the right way for once. So that's my answer.
It was very fun. Working with Casey is always fun, but we don't get
Always
to do it very
fun.
often.
I wish I was on the Big the Cat song.
You didn't
Maybe
even
we'll
know
do a
us
follow-up
by
someday.
then.
Maybe we'll do an
I
actual
know I
Big the
didn't know
Cat
you guys then, but I
maybe
would totally love.
You can play Big the Cat in the actual Big the Cat song.
I would love to play Big the Cat.
That'd be
It
adorable.
can be a song about him as he goes around town looking for
Yeah.
Froggy.
Yeah.
That could actually be really fun.
Will you be Froggy?
Maybe. We're green today.
Are you guys gonna make a Splatoon musical?
No.
We are supposed to play it some more,
And we're not
actually,
going to
with a
make
few
a
other
Kingdom
YouTubers.
Hearts
hopefully.
musical.
You're just blazing the discussions now. But they were similar. So far as doing a Splatoon musical, I could never cross it off because we like
Right.
Splatoon a lot. It's an awesome game.
Yeah.
So don't let us convince you that it's not.
But we have no current plans on making a Splatoon musical in the near future.
Yeah.
Or far
just throwing
future,
the joke in Octodad was kind of okay for us.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
also just a really hard video to make into a musical because that's a really messy project to do. And every time you get messy and you have to redo something, you have to go take off all that stuff and you have to wash everything down and then dry again. So it's the kind of you get one shot at doing it.
Yeah.
You gotta make it count, or you have to do it animated or something instead.
Yeah.
So, it'd be fun to do. I don't know if we're ever gonna do a Splatoon thing, but I'm sure there'll be more games. I believe they've kind of confirmed they're gonna keep doing Splatoon stuff in the future.
Right.
There's new guns out today, by the way. There are 2 new weapons in Splatoon that you can go get for free right now. So, and their update comes out next week with
all sorts of stuff. We're gonna do Let's Playing of Splatoon, I think, with some of our YouTube friends at some point again.
Once they release the update that allows you to
That
actually
lets you
choose
make a
your
party
team.
basically. Yeah. So.
Team
And Kingdom Hearts, we agreed to at least start playing the games because I've never played Kingdom Hearts. So
It's gonna be
did-
really hard to condense that down into something like light and fluffy like you
Yeah.
guys do.
Well, people
Yeah.
say it's really hard to expand something like Tetris or Pac-Man into
Right.
an actual.
And
So
we've done that.
I
pretty
think
successfully.
I'm willing to take on the challenge. Phoenix Wright, I don't think is easy to
As
to
someone
do that
who's
with.
played Kingdom Hearts and has seen how the story unfolds, it's gonna be super hard for you.
Okay.
We'll see.
maybe what I'll do is I'll just do an excerpt of it
Yeah, I was
because
gonna say we're experts at
That's good.
finding
That's good.
like
one
tiny-
scene that everybody likes
Yeah.
and then parody that
Yeah.
scene and do a song for
Great.
it.
Exactly.
Sora and Kyrie shipping in a musical.
There's
Valentine's Song 2016.
a number
Lovely.
of people have been asking about us collabing with Jacksepticeye, and
Who's that?
he's a Let's Player on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, another one? Ew.
Yep.
Not interested anymore.
Maybe, maybe not. Like, who knows? We'll find out.
Yeah. He, as I think Kat pointed out, he's all the way off in like Ireland or
Yeah.
something like that. So it's not easy to work with people that aren't like here in California with us.
Just pull a Pokemon University.
We could do something like
But
that.
like,
So it's not out of the
saying-
question.
Saying just do that, it's not easy to do things like that.
I know it's not.
Most of the time, unfortunately, our channel can't really collab with people really far away because we produce videos.
Yeah. So
and-
it's not out of the question.
Yeah.
I don't watch many of his Let's Plays. I'm gonna be honest. I watch Mark and I'll watch like Game Grumps and stuff. I don't
You
watch.
used to be
Jacksepticeye.
obsessed with Toby.
Yeah, you say obsessed, but
Best
like
friend
these
Toby.
people know what obsessed.
That's true.
I was
You're
not
right.
at
You were not
anybody's
obsessed.
level.
No, that's fair.
I never got a T-shirt, and I watched him like a couple
Yeah.
times a week, maybe.
Yeah.
So, and I don't do it anymore. So, no offense, Toby. we work with Toby sometime. He's here in California.
Nefenjo, you're awesome. Thank you for always being on top of all of the questions. But I don't know if Nefenjo knows whether we like French toast or not.
Jessica Anderson said it was very
Do you
important,
like
by the way.
waffles? Yeah, we like waffles. Do you like
All right.
pancakes?
Pancakes,
Yeah, we
French
like
toast, or
pancakes.
waffles?
Do you
Peter,
like
go.
French toast? Yeah, we like
Depends
French
on the
toast.
kind of waffle, but those like really dense and small waffles instead of those obnoxious Belgian waffles, those small ones are amazing. My mother made them.
I'm
the
really
question's
surprised
about
by
French
you.
Toast.
So good.
Yeah,
What-
no, but I was expanding.
He expanded it.
Because
Oh.
that's
The
just a
end-
yes or
but
no for three
I started
people.
singing
Right.
the song.
But yes, I do love French toast.
Ugh.
Miss Bird,
Ugh.
French toast, pancakes, waffles. Which one?
Waffles.
That's a very hesitant answer.
Brilliant.
You're just not into
Oh, there's a great cat
breakfast
underneath
pastries?
me. I'm kicking it.
I love donuts. Can I say donuts?
Yeah.
Donuts.
All right. I like pancakes, but I like waffles a lot too. I
Fried
do
breakfast
not
circles for
like
my
French toast
enjoyment.
particularly. I find French toast to be really kind of and I don't like the
Like,
egg on bread
Why
kind
would
of
you
thing.
soak bread in egg, then
Yeah.
fry it, and then coat it with? Why
Because
would you
it's
do
delicious.
that? No, you know what's delicious? Crepes. Okay,
Yeah,
crepes are
also
delicious.
true.
French toast is disgusting.
Whatever.
I like pancakes. Pancakes are my go-to. Like
I'm a small amazing
pancakes.
waffle,
Uh-oh.
says Vinfi.
People now know my vendetta against a certain YouTuber.
So there was actually, before we move on, there was a question about my shirt because all they're seeing is Mississippi on here. So I'm gonna stand up.
Yeah,
This is the Mississippi Beard Temple of Ooh shirt. It's in our store, our
no,
spread
it
shirt
doesn't.
shop.
There's not a musical that exists of it. It was
Correct.
just something
Not
silly
yet.
AJ came up with.
I was like, you know what I want is a cool shirt with a beard being like Indiana Jones
Yeah.
and we'll make a Temple of Ooh shirt.
Our Spreadshirt is where we sell our shirts, and it's down in the description right
Miss
now.
Bird is wearing one that you cannot get on the store right now because they printed it.
messed
with-
up the color.
It's supposed to be like a Splatoon level, like brilliant green, and they
Yeah.
shipped us like a pea
yeah,
green.
because I was all
Yeah.
like, these are the shirts that you needed, and this is one of them. And we were like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a great idea. And then it came like this, and we're like, this is a terrible idea.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, if
We
they can't
took
print
that
it,
down off of the shop
yeah,
immediately.
it's
We're like-
gone. So she still wanted to wear it today because the pink is nice.
The pink
because
is very
it wore
nice.
that, and I felt jealous.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so anyway, we do have cool Random Encounter shirts in the Spreadshirt store. You can get to it from the little, I think, shirt button or something on our YouTube channel page. So if you want, this one's available still.
Mm-hmm.
They actually sent me a women's shirt first, which isn't even available. I was like, this is supposed to be like a unisex thing, and they sent me a ladies shirt, and I was like,
So
thank you. That's cool that is
Yeah.
real. But
Anyway, if you've got problems with your Spreadshirt order, either contact them or contact us, and
Sure.
we'll figure out what's
Yeah.
going on.
the
But-
little RE logo shirts that you see us wear a lot, those
Yeah.
ones are awesome, and you can get those there. So if you guys also have designs for shirts you want to make and send to us, it's free for us to make new shirts with different designs on them. So if
Mm-hmm.
you've got a cool idea for a design, email it to us. Our email is on the YouTube channel, remusicals@gmail.com. So if you guys ever want to send us like a picture for a shirt thing, that's a good way to do it.
okay, nice.
Anyway, that's why it says Mississippi on my shirt. It's Mississippi beard and the Temple of Ooh.
Another important question. Jaderanosaurus Rex
Jaderanosaurus Rex.
asks, "What are your favorite dinosaurs?"
What is it?
Why are we all looking at me?
I have no idea.
I assume that you
There
had
was a
strong
nice
feeling
awkward
about
pause, so I looked to my left, and you
Oh.
happened to be on
Does
my left.
Raptor Jesus count?
it. Probably.
Sure.
I guess
Okay.
that counts.
Why not?
I was going to go with Yoshi again, but
Oh,
just
nice.
to
Good
kind
call.
of liven things up, I might say, oh no, they're dragons. I think. I was gonna say
Really?
Bub. No, I was gonna say Bub or Bob from Bubble Bobble.
Oh,
or
yeah, those are
Busted Move or
dragons.
whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're. Hi.
Hi, bye. Leave us alone. Why?
Sorry, a dude just walked up to
yeah,
our door.
He was like, he walked up, stuck a thing on our door, and walked away.
Get out of here, you!
And I don't even know where he came from. Okay, he came down the weird driveway, and then, but he parked in front of our other driveway. Okay.
Whatever. Anyway,
Whatever rolls your sushi, dude.
anyway.
So those are Yoshi is my favorite dinosaur. Confirmed.
Sorry.
It's cool.
Can you type Vinfi in the channel mod, please,
Goofy.
and hit enter? There, you're done. Thank
Okay.
you.
You should tell him how to mod because he doesn't know.
Oh,
Hasn't he done this before?
I thought he has.
So like hover over the name Vinfi and there'll be a little flag. If you click the flag, it'll show you things to do.
Sweet. All right. So anyway, so where were we? Oh, my favorite dinosaur.
Yeah, it is your favorite. dinosaur.
So I love the memes that T-Rex has created because of his hands, but if I were to be a dinosaur, I would want to fly. So those pterodactyl dudes are pretty sweet. I like them. Sorry, I don't have a smart answer like you guys.
It's okay. No one expected that out of you.
Ouch.
So, what projects do you guys have in the works at the moment? Is another question. And to be honest,
Phoenix, right?
we had enough people that missed the last about what the next musicals we're doing. We might as well answer that at the same time. So,
As in FNAF?
yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
projects in the works right now. We are doing Five Nights at Freddy's Night 3. That's going on right now. So I have lyrics and music going on. I want to do something for Super Mario this year. We've had a lot of requests for doing like an actual Super Mario musical.
We
And this
have-
is the 30th anniversary for Mario Brothers.
We have a pitch out to Nintendo for Star Fox. We'll see if that happens. We had, and it looks like it might not be going through, but we had a really interesting pitch going out to a really major company for a non-musical that was a really interesting project. I can't say much about it. It's about weasels.
Your things are reversed.
What?
Typing
I don't know
this
what
direction
I don't-
goes the wrong
I
way.
don't
on
know what to tell you,
screen.
man.
Phoenix, right?
Phoenix Wright is in progress ish. Like we're still working on casting and determining when it's supposed to happen, because you guys asked for it 3 years ago, and
Oh,
we
this
said
entire
okay,
window.
and then we didn't make it.
This entire window is backwards.
I
now.
know. I told you that. That's why I was like, "What's going on with this?" I am personally working on a Catwoman short film that I'm just doing sound design for. That's kind of cool. Yeah, well, lots of stuff going on, but you only cared about FNAF, so.
I'm personally working with a startup channel. They want to do music, and they asked me to
Are you
collab
allowed to tell
with
what
them.
song you're doing?
I'm doing Time Bomb from All Time Low, the acoustic version, and I'm writing an a cappella arrangement to it.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna mix it. I'm excited about that. It's gonna sound cool.
All right, let's take a break here before we keep going.
Okay.
And answer a couple of the questions that were on this old list.
Okay, sure.
Because some of these, we've actually
Yeah.
rehearsed some of these answers already because we thought they're so novel, we wanted to talk about them before.
So,
I think.
did you mention what the old list is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said it was
But
from
that
live
was to
chats
12
from.
people. Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, okay, that
Yeah,
might be true.
yeah.
Okay, so
So-
we've got a list of really old questions that I had printed out like years ago from old live chats, and we never answered some of these. So I wanted to, especially now that our channel's grown so much, I wanted to actually go back and answer some of these like crazy questions that we'd had and never dealt with.
Don't. Okay. Oh, got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Here is one of those questions. Has there ever? Oh no. Well, yeah.
I
We'll
felt
we'll
that
just go
was
ahead
it.
and answer these.
Totally.
Has
Sorry.
there ever been a musical that you just wish nobody brought up, suggested, or asked for, etc.?
I mean, I
Peter, you're gonna go ahead. I mean, say it. You gotta say it,
FNAF
man.
the musical.
Peter really doesn't
Um,
like getting asked to do Five Nights at
like,
Freddy's stuff.
Obviously, we're gonna do more nights, and
But you don't really like the
obviously, You guys
game.
want it. I don't really care about the game.
Yeah.
I'm proud of Scott. I'm amazed at what he's been able to create, and that's great. And they're fun musicals to make, but I'm like, guys, the world is not all about FNAF. So I'm sorry to anyone who assumes that I'm in love with FNAF or something, but.
Peter is one of the last people you should expect to be.
Yes.
In love with FNAF.
It's true. So yeah, that's mine. Miss Bird.
I might have to agree with you actually, because now that I
Finally, she
understood the
agrees with
question,
me.
because like yesterday when we were going through the questions, I
Uh-huh.
said Clefairy, but I realized no one brought that up except AJ.
Right.
So that didn't really count, but definitely FNAF because I don't like the game. It's boring, and I don't understand its fan following, and I don't understand why people obsess about the theories, and like I don't understand why
And we had a
people
big discussion about.
just
Yeah.
want musicals from it. It doesn't make sense to me, so I would say I agree with Peter.
But the musicals, I am still very proud of the musicals, and I actually very much enjoy watching them. So
I
it's
agree.
not that I don't enjoy the work that I'm doing. It's just that the source material I feel like needs work, and we're doing that work for it. So.
I got really tired of being asked about Smash Brotherhood episode 2 because it wasn't that it didn't deserve to get made, it was that we couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And I hated admitting that over and over again.
Yeah, it was a
And
real.
it still stinks because I'm like, it should have been made like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
It should have been.
2 months ago, that was my answer.
And if we'd been anybody else on the internet, I think it would have been.
Uh-huh.
And I hated being like the one channel that was too small and too poor and too stressed and too strapped
Yeah.
to be able to pull that off.
Truth.
Especially because we were the one channel that decided to try. And I was like, "Gah!" And I know other channels since have actually done their own Smash Brotherhood thing. And I was like, we can't get buried beneath everybody else who actually can and will follow through on this. I'm like, Gah!
Yeah, that used
So-
to be my answer because it always hit me right in the pride.
Yeah. So
But FNAF got so much attention that I'm like, that became my answer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
don't worry. Also, you guys that have been asking the same questions over and over and over again. First of all, I have more questions here on the screen that we're going to come back to. So if you have patience, they might be your questions. Second of all, do not spam because that will be problematic for a moderator who has no choice but to react to you spamming.
Yes.
So don't put yourself in danger. Don't get kicked out of the chat. Don't get banned from asking questions. Be patient.
boom.
All right. Another question. I thought this was a really good one. Did you answer yours?
Yes.
I said FNAF.
FNAF.
Okay. This was another old question. This was directed to Peter, but I think we can all answer it probably.
Me.
Peter,
Yes.
has there ever been a part you hated singing or playing?
We worked through this question for a while last night, and in the end, the answer is no, which is shocking because like half of the characters that I've played, I have been like oxygen deprived from.
It's true. That's like the common thread for most of Peter's
Yeah,
performances.
like Dead Space, I had a mask on that I couldn't breathe through. Pikmin, I had a mask on that I couldn't breathe through.
Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul just fell apart, and it was frustrating. Wasn't there another that I couldn't breathe from? I felt like there was.
You did Dead Space, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you didn't.
You
have
said
Chelsea.
Olimar?
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Anyway, the point
Did you
is,
say Napoleon? Because you held those notes really long.
true. Somehow, I never hated any of them. Somehow.
Which is really shocking. Miss Bird, have you ever had to play somebody that you hated?
So many
Mimi
times.
from Monkey Ball.
Yes,
Hated playing Mimi.
it's a good one.
Well, yeah, because like it was like the first thing that I ever
Yeah,
did
it
with
was.
you
It
guys.
was like your first
besides
project
girl
with us.
parts or
And you're
whatever.
like, what is this?
I've never like acted against a green screen. I never acted without reacting to anybody. So I was like literally just like green, and I didn't know anything, and it was frustrating and hard.
Yeah.
I hate
AJ?
that thing.
The hardest, the one I hated the
No one's
most.
touching me.
I struggle to come up with a character that I hated playing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of one off the top of my head. I don't know if it's possible. I like doing this. I like doing this a lot. So I'm sure there is one. If I come up with it later, I will yell it spontaneously.
You just kissed it.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Peter,
Yes, AJ.
was there a part that you would have loved to see come back?
Solid Snake.
Ah,
That was my initial when we were rehearsing
Yeah.
these. I was like, yeah, Solid Snake, obviously. But then we're like, there's got to be someone else. Nope, it's Solid Snake. We spent a while trying to figure out, but definitely.
hi, Super Sancha.
Oh, hi, Super
She
Sancha.
just arrived.
Welcome.
Miss Bird, was there a part that you'd like to see come back?
Come
Mimi.
back. Enos.
Enos, what?
Wow. Wow.
Weird.
Because I hated the musical didn't mean I didn't like the character.
Fair enough. Fair
That's
enough.
really funny. Okay. Well, I would like to see Enos come back too, actually. So
That'd be fun.
That's like your official answer?
maybe. I don't know. That I think it'd be fun. So but again, because I liked all of them, I honestly would be pretty okay seeing any of our characters come back.
Yeah.
There's literally I don't think any character I don't want to see back. Maybe the Angry Birds. But even when we use them in little sketches and stuff like the giant crazy snake, those are fun.
Did
So-
you
they're
put
fun.
the PMX link?
Oh,
in the
no, I
description?
didn't. Ah. What was it?
No,
number
that's
3?
still coming up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
still coming up.
Okay,
So-
perfect. Before we continue, though, I did
Sure.
want to mention for any of you who don't know yet that we have a new channel that's our gaming channel. It's in the description of the video. It's youtube.com/replayed. So if you guys haven't checked out our gaming channel, we stream at this point we stream about twice a week, and we upload highlight reels and stuff about gaming. So I wanted to throw that out there before I forgot that it was a thing. Anyway, moving on.
Yes, Peter. Next
AJ?
question: why did you guys decide to get a cat? Miss Bird, this is for you too.
Well, I love cats a lot, and I love having cats around, and I love cuddling them, and I love yelling at them because they're obnoxious and they're jerks, which is hilarious. Anyway, the only thing that was stopping me from cats was that we've been poor for a long time, and eventually my mother said, Peter, a cat's gonna make you happy. I will pay for a cat for you guys. I will basically underwrite the cat. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, then we're getting a cat. Miss Bird?
Well, the reason why we got a cat was because everybody was unhappy because of how destitute we were and like YouTube wasn't working. And am I allowed to say the truth? Because
Yes,
it's the truth.
yes, you're totally allowed.
And
all
so
pretty
Peter
spot on.
one day comes in the room and says, you know what would make things better if we had a cat? And so we were like, we talked about it, and AJ was the hardest to convince that we could get a cat because he was like, but poops.
But
Oops.
but
Literally.
And then when we finally convinced him, Peter's mom got on board, and then we went around and found a cat.
Yeah.
I was
And
just
that
worried
was
that they're
me
going
and
to
Kitty.
take too much maintenance because we're already
Yeah.
kind of, especially then we were stressed and we were
Right,
busy
right.
and we had jobs and stuff. And so it was like, can we handle now having a little creature wandering around, getting into things and getting sick and, you know, and it was like, we'll try.
Keep on going.
Okay. There was a question about a Twilight musical, asking whether we would do one for Twilight, which I thought was funny.
You mean Twilight Sparkle?
No, I think of it like the movies and the books, like Twilight. And I think the idea was like, oh, they would never touch that. And the funny thing, the only reason I think it's on this list right now of like the funny questions is because we ended up doing Resident Enos, and that is our Twilight musical. And I don't think people necessarily get that. But the pitch that we gave to YouTube when we wanted to do the shoot there, and the pitch we gave to Mark and to Dodger and stuff was, there is a sparkly vampire guy who's like supposed to be kind of like a Twilight character, but he wants to sing and he's like super annoying. He's like the version that everybody like makes fun of
Right,
Edward Cullen. I'm like,
right.
here he is. Like, we're gonna do like one that's not, nearly like as hot. It's like the version that everybody else thinks
Aw.
is. So that is like our Twilight
You're
musical's
hot,
resident
AJ.
Enos. Thank you.
You're beautiful.
Appreciate it. I just meant Enos's
I know.
behavior.
I know.
Hey, Norman. This was a question I added to the list the other
Oh,
day.
cheater!
Yeah, this one was one I added.
Hey,
unfairly.
don't grab that HDMI cable. Stop.
And again, we are coming back to your questions here. I've been keeping track of them here in the chat.
Sorry, there was a cat trying to eat our cables.
Yes.
The
During
dumb
the
one.
stream.
Okay, so the question that came up was on iTunes. Some of our songs are missing parts where people are talking to each other and things like that. They
Yeah.
only have the singing parts. And somebody asked, why do you take those out? Because I like them with the talking.
Because they didn't think it was important.
Another reason, other than it's not necessarily part of the song, like the script and the song aren't always all together, is because if we literally just gave you all the talking things, it would literally be what you're watching on YouTube minus some sound effects. And I'm like, I feel like the song shouldn't just be what you can basically go play on your computer and turn off the screen to.
Or like download from
Yeah.
KeepVid or something.
So to us, we wanted to make sure that the song is a separate, option. Now, I also get that something like Arkham, people have said this would have been better if you left in some of
Yeah.
the voice clips that you cut back
And
out,
we've been learning. We've been
Yeah.
trying to figure it out
It's-
because there's a balance, I think, and especially some of our earlier songs, we were too aggressive in
Yeah.
taking out everything.
Yeah.
So we've been learning that balance and trying to figure it out because it is important to get it right.
Yeah,
And
totally. Because we're not trying
If
to
you
short
guys
you
clamor
guys.
for it, maybe they'll re-release some of their things with talking in them.
some.
One that I want to do that with is Chess with a Monkey, actually.
Oh really?
How to Beat a Monkey at chess.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you were allowed
I
to keep
think
that?
that. What?
You were allowed to keep that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
on the new album, on
That's
album
awesome.
5 or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, that's because we made that video. It's not on our channel, but we did have to release that
thought
song
Markiplier made
weeks
it.
early, and we had to make some like critical judgment calls before we even had the video done
Uh-huh.
about what was going to go in and what wasn't. So that song is heavily edited. I'd like to release a version that basically is the entire conversation. So stay tuned for that, maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah, I hate to make Mark go update old links. That's weird.
Yeah.
So.
No.
We've got maybe one or two old questions left, and then we're gonna go back to what you guys have been doing here because we've been
Perfect.
keeping track. we're like Santa Claus. We're making a list and we're checking it twice. This is a fun question. What is the worst show you ever watched?
So this is a very fun question.
Can I answer first on mine?
You go right ahead.
Okay. So I was torn because I was trying to think through the TV shows that like I really hate that I've watched. And like I don't think any of them are actually bad shows so much as I just don't enjoy them. So I had to come up with like I tried to watch Bleach and I couldn't get into it. I was literally stopped.
Never mind.
So I don't know what the worst show is, but I know there have been shows I couldn't get into.
Yeah.
And Bleach popped right into my mind as like when I tried really hard to like and I couldn't do it.
Miss Bird, what about you?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
What was the worst show you've ever watched? You can say I won't be offended.
You can say it. Go ahead. No? Okay.
I'm thinking.
Oh.
Oh,
I've seen a lot of terrible shows.
okay.
I don't really have one specific one. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Like I said, I haven't. Yeah, TV is weird. Movies, I'm more willing to make a 2-hour investment to go watch something that's gonna be like laughably terrible.
Uh-huh.
TV shows, I generally don't. So anything I go watch probably isn't like outrightly terrible. It's probably just something that I'm not gonna enjoy very much.
AJ, while I talk about this, can you find it
I can
and
try.
put it in the description? Okay, so when AJ said this to me yesterday, I went totally silent for a while. And he was like, I know, it's a hard question, right? I'm like, no. In my head, I'm like, no, it's not at all a hard question. I'm trying to determine whether this counts as a show. And we determined that it did. 4 years ago, Random Encounters went to a convention called PMX and did our first panel there. And you don't. I just hit that. You don't know why I hit that yet, but you'll know now.
We posted a link in the channel, a YouTube link, from one of our oldest fans,
Mm-hmm.
Redekai Girl, who we thought had unsubscribed to us because of it. And then I realized the other day when we found this video that she actually is technically still subscribed to us. I thought that was charming and amazing. So, explain, man. Don't let them click this without having.
We decided to do a live show of some of our songs that we had done, and by that time we'd only done a couple songs, including Angry Birds, and we put Angry Birds on live. And by that I mean we threw Casey up on the stage in front of like only 6 people. We got lucky there with a stupid hand puppet, and he sang the entire song. And by sang I mean he lip synced, and by lip synced I mean hand synced with a hand puppet. The entire song. We hate green pigs, just standing in front of a microphone.
This is 2 minutes of Casey. He's dressed as Knuckles still from something else or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And he's literally got the puppet, and he's just wiggling. He's standing in front of the microphone like he's gonna sing the song, but he's just standing up there wiggling this. And I'm thinking, who came and looked in the door of our convention panel room and just saw this guy on stage wiggling a bird's mouth up and down in front of an audience? I'm like, and that's all he did.
Yeah.
So that's the worst show Peter has ever seen.
That is the worst show I've ever seen.
All right. So last old question before we come back and get to these questions and speed through them, hopefully, because we're kind of running over. The last old question was, has there ever been a musical that you hated, then you posted it, and then you liked it after it was up?
Oh,
No.
I don't remember that question.
We might not have talked about it. Yeah, anything that you really hated up until after we posted it, and then it grew on you.
Nope.
I can come up with 2 of them right now, so I'll give you a moment.
I don't think so.
Probably not, huh? There are 2 that I was, I have a low expectation for, and then I enjoy more than I think I'm going to. One of them is The Power of Pong. It's the worst performing musical we've ever done. So it's got the lowest, it's the least popular.
Okay, that's fair.
And that one I think is fun to watch still. I actually laugh at things in it every time I watch it. And I don't watch it that often, but I'm constantly like, this actually is funnier than I think I give it credit for, because the numbers are so low. I just assume it can't possibly be enjoyable, and I still enjoy when I watch it. The other one that happens even more to me with is the Knuckles rap, which is another very low, least popular kind of song we've done, because that one we did basically all on a green background, and it's just Casey playing Knuckles the Echidna, and the song is cool enough, but I've always been like, we didn't put backgrounds behind him. There are some graphics and stuff. I'm like, it's literally just a song where you're basically just reading subtitles and watching him perform it. And to me, that doesn't sound like a fun musical number. So I always have a lower perception of it than when I actually bother to click it and watch it. And they go, oh, that was better than I remember. I say that about it every single time.
Yeah.
So if you want to check either of those out, Power of Pong and the Knuckles rap. I think it's called Tricked by the Eggman, actually, is what we officially called it.
Yes.
So Tricked by the Eggman and The Power of Pong are 2 musicals that I always think I'm not going to enjoy watching when I click on them.
I forgot about those.
And I
but
watch
yeah.
them once a year or something, so I don't play them very often. But, those are my answers.
Okay.
All right. So anybody who's leaving, before we get to your questions, I'm sorry. Bye. Thank you for joining us. Anybody who's still here, we've got a whole bunch of questions to catch up on. The first one, does this mean anything to anybody here before I ask it?
Baby Metal is a Japanese girl band.
That's what I thought.
Shut
up,
A metal,
had asked this question.
Is a metal band, basically.
Okay.
It's a J-pop metal band.
I think I've heard of them before.
I haven't.
Do they wear cute outfits and stuff too? And,
Sometimes.
But they play really heavy stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I've watched one video of them. I like the J-pop, J-pop kind of stuff.
You like
instead
sparkly
of
stuff.
I do. I like, what's my favorite J-pop band? Secret, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite.
Secret is
They're
a
really-
K-pop band.
Oh, sorry, K-pop. Well. By the way, when you watch something like the Amiibo song, that musical style is the style of K-pop, J-pop
Or is
stuff that I
inspired by.
Yes,
We should
that is what we're angling for. So if you like that kind of thing, go look up some of that K-pop, sweet music.
Morning Musume is probably mine.
Wow.
Okay. I don't know.
Whatever she
Words.
said. Favorite Smash Bros. Character, Bethany.
You mean
asked this.
from the games or from our
Probably
Brotherhood?
from the
I think
games,
they're
but
talking about the games. I don't care.
well, who do you always play as?
I
Peter?
main Yoshi because I suck, but he's just annoying enough that I can
Because
do
you just
some
go
damage. Down B every time. Jump down B.
Do assist
Stick
trophies
with
count?
down and be only what?
Do assist trophies count?
Sure.
Waluigi?
Waluigi's. You're waiting for them to. You probably would have voted in the Smash poll for Waluigi to get added, huh?
Yeah.
I voted for K. Rool. I want to see K. Rool get back in this game. So, my favorite Smash Bros. Character to play as. I click the random button. I am always the random button, even when it matters. Like, oh, we're gonna give away a 3DS to somebody. It's like I'm always the random button.
Sometimes you click Kirby.
Do I?
Yeah, you click Kirby sometimes.
I was gonna say I don't know the last
I've
time.
only seen him do
Unle-
random, except for like while we were shooting the Smash Brothers video, like you
Sure.
selected characters because
Yeah.
you had to.
I was gonna say Kirby is an interesting choice because you basically get to have still a sort of random character because it will depend
Okay,
on
that's
what
fair.
everybody else is.
Yeah.
Is some of your attacks change. But yeah, I don't tend to pick a specific character even when it matters to because I'm not good with any specific character. I think. Question from CG Freddy. What is your favorite musical style? Comparing, for example, opera and rap.
Actually, they
that's
wrote
Oprah.
Oprah.
That's
Oh.
Oprah.
Oh, Oprah.
Oprah's
Yeah.
a musical genre now.
Probably someplace.
Almost the only music I listen to on my I was gonna say iPod. What do you call it when it's not an iPod?
MP3 player.
MP3 player, sure.
That's what it's called.
Anyway, I mean my phone is either film scores because I love film scores, or
Hans Zimmer.
well, specifically Hans Zimmer, yes,
Hans Zimmer.
and
That's not his name.
crap like
June Williams.
wonderful ballads by people like Josh Groban and stuff from Michael Bublé, that kind of like really cheesy romantic stuff. So other than that, I pretty much don't listen to anything.
Yeah. I listen to a lot of the same things. I already talked about the joys and wonders of listening to cute like J-pop or K-pop music because that stuff is really fun.
He also listens to Hans Zimmer.
Yes, but I listen to a lot of game soundtracks and movie soundtracks. So I like that kind of stuff.
Miss Bird.
I listen to it all.
All of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you can't pick a favorite? Like what's your favorite song?
I don't have one.
Oh,
like
never mind.
sometimes I hear film scores playing from a room. Sometimes it's soft piano music. Sometimes it's like
Country.
heavy metal.
True. Yeah.
I listen to it all. I do.
Yeah. If there's an underrated piece of
don't
music,
listen
I
to
would
rap.
recommend.
I listen
Very,
to some.
very,
I listen
very,
to some
very
rap.
rarely.
And
I
it's
have,
stuff that is predating
I have
the
never.
2000s because
Oh,
the
okay,
90s
so that's gonna be
and
pretty
80s.
great.
I have never heard
ballin'.
2000 plus rap from your room.
That's true because you will never hear 2000 plus rap from my room.
Oh, I'm gonna go up there and play the Knuckles rap right now. No.
Oh, yeah.
that
2012.
counts.
Y'all be tripping for this.
And to be fair, there was a channel that doesn't exist anymore.
Uh-huh.
It was called Your Favorite Martian, and they did like weird rap songs. They
Nice.
did like zombie love song and that kind of stuff.
Lovely.
And I listened to that,
Okay.
but they don't exist anymore. So
Wow. I just want to throw out there that one of the questions that we answered was from TMN Isaac,
Okay.
who asked another one in the chat today. And he had asked one of these questions from like however years ago.
Okay.
So I was just impressed that like we have people that ask some of these like watching today.
Oh.
Like that was blowing my
Oh,
mind
nice.
to be like. So anyway, I just want to give one quick shout out. This like bubblegum pop, like J-pop, K-pop kind of thing. If you guys want to feel happy about yourselves, go look up some of that. Like it really is underrated. We actually wrote a piece of music like that for Felicia Day at some point to do a project with her because the goal was get people to know that this genre exists because it makes you so happy.
That's not as ridiculous as it sounds, by the way. We
No.
were in talks for her for about 9 months, and the project fell through.
You miscarriage.
Yeah, basically, it was really sad.
Yeah.
Because like I was almost obsessed with Felicia Day at that time, and
Yeah.
it just kind of it fell through, and we were really sad, and we were
Yeah, but that is a musical style that's adorable, and I hope the Amiibo song kind of gives some of that feel. But there's a lot more music out there that will make you like super duper like
Yeah.
cuddly inside.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
look it up sometime.
okay, I've been seeing this question like 20 bazillion times from 20
Okay.
bazillion people.
Okay.
AJ's 27.
Oh,
He's gonna be 28.
I'm really
August
soon.
19th.
Yes, I turned 28
This guy
soon.
thinks he's 28. He's also 27, but he's gonna turn 28 October 13th. I'm 25. I'll be 26 October 5th.
So we're really old. Is what we're saying.
I'm
we
not
don't.
old.
We don't act like it though.
Thanks.
This question: do you want to collaborate with anyone?
Sure.
Yes.
Anyone specific? No.
Not really. I like
So far,
collaborating.
I was gonna say I like collaborating with the people we've been collaborating with, so if that counts.
I just like.
Any of the music channels I watch, I would love to collaborate with them.
I've been harping on wanting to do something with Smosh at some point. They just had a movie that came out, and I'm like, that would be fun. I think the Smosh guys, like, there's two of them. They're about our age, and technically they have a girl that is on their channel sometimes. Like, we're basically the low budget Smosh.
Sometimes.
So.
the low budget Smosh.
Oh well,
Nice.
you're maybe I don't know.
She's
For them,
probably on
Mari
the channel more than Mari.
I was gonna say Mari is more on Smosh Games than on Smosh
Yeah.
Smosh.
Yeah.
So and you are on our gaming channel as much as you're on our regular
Yeah.
channel. So it's not a perfect comparison. Anyway,
It's pretty similar.
Warp Zone is another channel I'd like to work with.
But I'm not Asian.
I generally like the idea of like taking the YouTube community and like all of us making musicals together, because we don't, as a community, in my opinion, we don't make enough quality content, and it's nice to be able to provide that for.
I don't want to work
them.
with people who make crappy dubstep and auto-tuned stuff.
I'd like to prove
Wait.
that they can actually sing.
Oh.
Like I
Because
love
there's
the
a lot of them that are just nothing but like auto tune.
Yeah, I love the feeling, for instance, of being able to take a channel that I'm like,
Right,
these
that
guys
people-
have talent, but they don't show it off because they're instead making auto-tuned dubstep. I love working with people like that who you don't realize have a lot of skill, and saying, hey, look, they're actually worth it as a human being. No, I'm not that mean, but I mean... Okay,
It's
that's
just
pretty offensive.
somebody somebody just called about AV Byte as well, because
Oh, yeah,
I
we know
forgot
them.
about them because they have not been very active
They
on
have
YouTube
not been
lately.
active, yeah.
Probably because they're doing a lot of other things. After they did their Frozen musical or
Right,
something like that,
right.
it got like 90 million views or something. I think they basically were like, okay, we're gonna go work on Broadway for a while.
And we'll be
or
getting
something.
checks from YouTube every
For,
week,
like, the next-
every
yeah.
month anyway.
So yeah, they at some point we were working hard to be able to do a collab with them,
Yeah.
and it's never happened. At this point, they're probably busy with other things, but I would be okay with it still.
Mhm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
do you guys do challenges ever,
mean I
like
can't
hot
do that?
sauce or cinnamon or things like that?
I hate challenges with a passion. I despise them.
We challenge ourselves daily by trying to make the musical go viral.
There you go.
Challenges make me mad because it's all about doing something that may or may not be actually legitimately dangerous and being pressured into doing it, and that frustrates me. The one challenge I'm kind of okay with is like the not Hot Pepper Gaming. Sorry.
Yeah, Hot Pepper
Hot
Gaming.
Pepper Gaming. Like, I know
Didn't
that
we meet that
even
guy?
though it's incredibly painful, it's not actually ever truly dangerous. And that
Is it not?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
I was gonna,
I mean, depending on how many of you eat, yeah, it could be like.
Well, they only
Friday.
do one.
Okay, then no.
Okay.
Their channel is what I mean. Other people
Alright.
are going to take it beyond, and that's a problem. And, like, to some degree, I even, have to hold them responsible
You
for
mean like the
developing
Kylie
it,
Jenner
but-
challenge with everybody
Yes.
busting their lips and
Yes,
stuff?
yes. Like, these challenges are bad in general, and I don't like them. Sorry. Buzzkill.
it's okay. I don't like them either, but mostly because they're all about eating things or doing things that make you uncomfortable, and I'm all about being as comfortable as I can be.
Hey, you wanted to do the ice bucket challenge.
I kind of, but I don't know.
And people
We just do a snowman,
and
so
people would be like, how was the ice bucket challenge
Let's build
dangerous?
a
But there were
snowman.
plenty of
yeah, and then there were
YouTubers
so
who
many
why.
people, that were failing at that
Yeah.
hardcore. So yeah, generally I don't. There are some challenges that are like fun, like there's a whisper challenge thing, and there's like the like do your girlfriend's makeup challenge or things like that.
Do not
Some of those
do
are.
my makeup.
Some of those can be kind of funny, but
But-
those are
but-
just like silly. They're not even
Yeah,
challenging
yeah.
exactly. They're more like how bad can I?
The minute you put actual legitimate danger involved, my responsibility kicks in, and I say,
That's
A,
dumb.
I don't want to hurt myself. B, I don't want to encourage other
other
people to hurt
do it,
themselves.
because even if you do your ice bucket challenge, okay, if the next kid's like, I'm gonna, and then just
Yeah.
drop on themselves,
Yeah.
people actually got hurt doing that. So it's like they didn't have to, but they were inspired to.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep rolling through because we
All right.
are running over. I also want to give something away on the chat today.
Okay.
So I'm
Would
just
you
trying.
give away an amiibo because you have 3 of them already?
Yes, I want to give away an amiibo because there was a question about amiibo that we own.
Okay.
And rather than show you guys all the amiibo I've got, I will give away an amiibo today. But I have to figure out exactly how to give it away. And I think it, unfortunately, needs to be something different than we always do.
Okay.
If you were in a video game, would you want to be a hero or the villain?
I'd
asks
like to
Alvin
choose.
Harvey.
I'd like a Fable kind of game. I want to be able to choose.
So your
whether I can
actions
be-
create whether you're the hero or the villain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
It's like Mass Effect, basically.
It's
too.
like, well, not really.
Except he's always the hero.
Yeah.
He's just like a less.
She.
She is not always such a hero type.
like Joanna.
What?
That's like what like John would be.
Yeah, Joanna.
What?
The song like John, you could.
Oh.
And then you could change.
No.
How do you solve
the,
a problem like Joanna? That's what that song
The
is.
default name is Jane, actually, which is lame.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Like Jane.
Anyway, I would.
Jayne.
I like-
Sorry, I'm on this.
I like being a hero. I'm good with that. In real life, I would actually be a villain if I was given too many resources, but
Yeah, you would be.
but in a game, I would prefer to be the hero.
Okay.
What about like Batman though? Like, what does he count as?
He's a hero.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The
Uh,
police are shown to be incompetent and incapable of saving people generally. Other than when they're like trying to help Batman, they're still shown to be incompetent. But at least when they're trying to help him, they become helpful.
And like Batman is morally gray, but
Yeah.
he's still a hero.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
the idea is that the end result of his, tactics are good things happen
Right.
usually.
All right.
Although I'm sure it is perspective because a pacifist would say Batman is a villain. So the same way that a vegetarian, or a vegan who is extreme might say that anyone who isn't like them is a villain as well. So yeah, it is actually that's interesting. I would probably be a hero as well, but again, I did roleplay a Shy Guy for a while in a Smash Brothers thing, and even though he wasn't like a bad guy, he is a bad guy in the games. So there can be something fun about being evil, I think. Janet Fernandez wanted to know the longest musical that we've worked on but didn't finish. The longest musical idea that was never finished.
Phoenix Wright.
So far, yeah.
So far, that is winning. I was going to say the Felicia Day project we already mentioned went on for like 9
But
months.
like that doesn't count for not finishing because it was actually canned.
To me, that's an unfinished, like
Hey,
Star Fox 2
I
is...
recorded the temp track. We got a little pretty far with that.
Oh yeah, we did.
I forgot we got that far. Yeah, that was pretty good. But yeah, we had a budget. We broke down. We
Yeah,
had
yeah.
costume designs that started like coming together. Yeah, we did put some work into that.
Yeah. League of Legends.
League of Legends. Yeah, we spent some money on League of Legends and never finished that.
That was
We have a song for a
Like
Link and Navi thing that didn't ever. Again, talking about scenes from a game instead of the entire game. We're
Yeah.
doing just the joke about Link and Navi being annoying, and that got through the music stage. Never got lyrics, and we just kind of stopped and went on other things.
Hey, listen. Hey.
That was the song.
Hey, listen. Hey.
Except
hey,
it was better than
hey.
that.
Did you know you can climb a ladder by pressing X?
That no. All right, Mandy Granger. You probably get this a lot, but any tips for starting a YouTube
Just
channel?
do it. Just do it!
Just do it! Yes, you can!
See, at YouTube we're all positive and stuff. I was gonna say, don't run away. Stop.
Just don't do it!
Stop before you're behind or what.
You need
whatever.
anti-Shia LaBeouf.
Well, you can start a YouTube channel, but then keeping it up is the hard part. That's
Yeah.
when you should run away.
My thing is it takes a lot of luck to become successful. I'm not gonna claim that we just know the magic. We don't know the magic at all, and we had a lot of luck
Yeah.
going in, and we put ourselves in the position to be lucky. And that's the important part. Is if you really want to make it work, you have to always be putting yourself in a position where if you get lucky, great things will happen. Some people don't do that. Like, you have to be in the right place, but until you get lucky, it's not going to happen, and that sucks. And you have to work hard for a long time and not be appreciated for it.
So what Peter's saying is be prepared for things to not be easy, and you're gonna have to work hard, and you're probably going to be disappointed a lot. But so far as advice to give you, I would say try to give yourself some sort of a hook so that you're not literally just one more person that just talks about the same thing, or and do things like give yourself an advantage. Try to like film with enough light on you. So if that means go to the window before you do it, don't do it in the dark so no one can see your face and things like that. Try to make sure that you're talking clearly enough and you're not talking over your mom, like making smoothies in the next room with like a blender. Like, give yourself some advantages.
Yeah.
How did Bird and Peter meet?
How did we meet, AJ?
Through me. technically.
Technically, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a matchmaker.
Our first meeting was with that stupid brony thing.
That's true.
AJ went to a really small convention, and it was actually
was
something
running.
that Sparrow ran. She set the entire thing up. And
yeah, it was a
they
little
didn't-
cosplay thing.
Yeah, they didn't know each other at the time.
No, but I showed up. And did I ask you in advance if I could do a little panel thing? or
Yeah, and I
something?
said, come on, it's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, well, I'm going to be in the area. Can I come by and I'll do a little random encounters like demonstration for people?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, yeah, that sounds fun. So went to her cosplay thing, and she was, I don't remember what you were cosplaying. I was Pinkie Pie.
I was just like a bar wench.
A bar
'Cause I
wench?
was the host. I thought it was fitting.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, put on a little random encounters thing, and I found out she sings, and so Sparrow, and I stayed in touch. And then I said, hey, I'm gonna go to another cosplay kind of thing for My Little Pony stuff, and you probably have never seen it, but do you want to come along? Because we want to work together, and you're cute and amazing and stuff like that.
I had the biggest crush on AJ for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
I was pining after him.
So hard.
And then he rejected me.
Oh.
And then I got with Peter. So it worked out in the end.
I was gonna say she met Peter riding in the car on the way to this My Little
yeah,
Pony
he was
thing.
driving AJ's car for some reason.
Yeah, I remember telling, I don't know who it was. I told someone, I think it was you, that I was never gonna be interested in Sparrow. I was like,
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not gonna be interested in this girl. She's too crazy. She's too wild.
He
She's
told
too...
me that to my
unpredictable.
face. And I said, okay.
Okay, perfect.
So imagine how weird it was like 2 years later or something like that when you're like, hey, so.
Well, this dude came into our house, and like I was trying to go to sleep, and I couldn't go to sleep because I was like, this is a weird feeling. What am I feeling? That's jealousy. Do I like Sparrow? And it was hilarious. And so I'm finally like, Sparrow, I'm apparently interested in you.
That's really funny that you
Yeah.
had troubles even figuring out
Yeah,
what was
what
going
was
on.
it? Elephant
His name was Avery?
Avery, because elephant have ivory. Avery. It was Avery, AJ. I don't know if you remember him. He was there for one night
Barely.
Yeah.
But that's really funny.
just to like hang out.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's what did it.
All right. Embertail had asked, is there a cure to stop breaking into songs you've made?
No.
No. And we actually are doing it like a month before you guys.
Yes! Stop listening to our musicals.
Oh, there you go.
Please don't do that.
We prefer that you just, wear your condition proudly. Go ahead and just burst into them anytime you want. It's okay.
I once was listening to the Pikmin song and someone was like, is that a Katy Perry song?
Yes.
I'm not even kidding.
Perfect.
All right. We will be wrapping up. So any last questions you got, go ahead and throw them out here
It's
now.
not
missed
a copy
AJ.
and paste.
You're right. Thank you. I did that once earlier, too.
So did I.
Yeah.
There's been a question about video software that you should put down there too.
Oh,
I mean, I know you
okay.
guys answer it like every single time, but
Do we?
yeah,
Okay.
I
at
don't
least
know.
every other chat.
I never feel comfortable answering tech questions because I don't know much about our tech.
Gotcha.
I can tell you that we edit with Adobe Premiere and with some of the Final Cut Pro. We're kind of trying to get into Premiere because Premiere just seems like it works better with everything.
Basically, Final Cut Pro, we've been using Final Cut Pro 7. It's an old piece of software that's not being supported, which means that every time we upgrade to a new operating system or new camera or anything like that, something else in Final Cut breaks. And it's frustrating because we love Final Cut Pro, but the fact of the matter is it's going to be completely defunct pretty soon, and we have to move on. So we're moving to Adobe Premiere because Adobe CC just has like so much packed into it, and it's like it's a phenomenal piece of software. It's got some problems. We have to work those problems out.
If you're a noob, you should really look at VideoPad. It's the thing I use, and it's easy to like cut things and put things in sequences and overlay and stuff, and it also automatically knows the format that will work best for your videos instead of you having to figure out what is MP4 mean, what is FLAC or whatever it is.
But you'll learn a
So-
lot if you force yourself to.
That's true, but if you don't want to learn it, VideoPad.
Yeah. And I use Pro Tools for audio. So,
Yeah.
moving on.
So, Miss Bird, you grabbed this question.
What? Oh yeah, I did. I'm trying to read.
Oh.
Oh guys, I had a question. I'm a fellow Californian, and I was wondering if you guys filmed the Medic Don't Tell Scouts video in Dixon. I drove by a building that looked like it from the vid.
I don't know what Dixon is or where it is.
Well, it's not Lancaster, so probably no. Medics Don't Heal Scouts is filmed, honestly, 5 minutes from where we live.
True.
Yeah.
And we live in Lancaster, California, which is in Los Angeles County, which is why sometimes I just say we're in Los Angeles because we can, like,
We're technically in Los
Culver-
Angeles County.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Culver City is its own city, but it's in Los Angeles. And I'm like, we get grouped in, but Palmdale and Lancaster are like an hour
We really
away
should
from the
just be
middle
grouped
of
in with
LA.
Mojave. Let's be real.
Probably.
yeah, probably.
But I think because there's so much filming up here from all the studios, that
Uh-huh.
this is why they want it to be part of like the county. It's like, oh, this is all one big county. So we're technically in the area. But no, Dixon. I don't know where Dixon is in California.
sorry.
We're not from California.
I know where it is in Texas.
You are.
Yeah, I'm from.
And you don't know where
California.
Dixon is in California?
I'm not familiar with it now.
Come on, you California
If
person.
I had to guess, I would say it's nearer Nevada than
Nevada.
Nevada.
here.
You sound like my old boss.
Oh yes, I lived in
Is it not Nevada? What is it?
Nevada.
Nevada? Oh shit.
Or Nevada.
I mean,
Well, yeah,
Some
so you
people
can say Nevada. Yeah, I can say Nevada.
But Nevada, I think.
It just
Anyway,
depends on how like you get.
Yeah.
Nevada.
So Gamer Question Girl is asking what our first video game ever was. I grew up on Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That was, I believe, my actual first video game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My first video game ever, Gamer Girl, was. It's probably something on Atari. I don't know. I don't remember. I can say that I remember playing Combat, which is just literally you both drive tanks or planes or wherever and shoot each other. Pac-Man. I remember playing Pac-Man. But Combat is the one I have the most vivid memory of, being like that young.
Mm-hmm.
I know I also played like Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers on like NES, like that cartridge that has both of them. So I think Atari, because it's an older system, I think I probably played that first. Don't really know. One of those.
Mine was Number Munchers. Probably never heard of it before. It was an educational math game.
I remember Number Munchers.
Okay, he remembers Number
You know,
Munchers.
little frog. We should do a Number Munchers musical.
He's a little box guy, actually.
What? I thought it was. Oh, he always looked green like
well,
a
he
frog.
is a green, but he's not a frog. He's a.
Okay.
I don't remember what he's called. But
The
he
Number
had to
Munchers
go
expert
ba-
corrected me.
He had to go battle like Troggles and stuff. And I mean, let's see. The first game that you might actually know that I've played is probably Oregon Trail.
That's good. We should do a
So-
musical about that sometime. Although I know what are they called, Star Kid or something. They already did a pretty awesome musical for Oregon Trail. Like I said, we're getting to the end here, so I have to remember to give out an amiibo to somebody. This question from Mavlock was, "What's your favorite musical you've done?" Which we've answered kind of before. But the important part was Mavlock says, "I'm new here, so I'm not sure what to start with, but loving it so far."
Oh, gotcha.
So, to somebody who's new on our channel, and you're probably not the only one, Mavlock, for people that are new on the channel, what would
Big
you
the
guys
Cat!
recommend starting watching with? Miss Bird thinks that Big the Cat is the musical you need to start watching.
It's my favorite.
If you like Pokemon, I think Magikarp is a really strong start. The Magikarp song is just very random encounters, very classic us, I
Yeah.
think.
Pac-Man the musical is actually pretty good too. That used to be the most popular video for like 2 or 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
You should watch the Star Wars audition
so
tape
that's-
parody.
I remember asking a couple other people this, and one of the things that I think Nefenjo recommended was going and finding the series and counting that we used to do, because those got you more introduced to us and like our quirkinesses. And we only did like 8 episodes of that or something like that. But if you look up Encounting, like encounters, but you add ing at the end instead. Encounting was kind of a weekly show we did that had little sketches and things like that on it. And we usually it was easier to get to know us that way. We also did a lot of vlogs and interviews at some point that you can
Not
probably
me.
still
They had
find.
me say a bunch of stupid stuff.
Yeah, that's right. You ran the show Girl Parts on it.
I'm a girl.
Because I asked her to. I'm like, hey, can you be on the segment called Girl Parts? And she was like, okay.
That's the first thing I was ever in, actually.
Yeah.
And then it was Monkey Ball. So I'm so sorry again.
Okay. Let's do one more question, maybe after this one. So last question.
And we have to give away Amiibo.
Yes, and I'm gonna go get which
Somehow.
amiibo.
Ooh, do I get to answer it?
Huh?
Do I get to answer it too?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. I'm not going to answer first because I have to think about it.
Okay.
So
As long
Shadow
as I
Knight the Umbreon asked, which video game would you like to replay? As you guys know, we have a new gaming channel. It's called Replayed, and we choose games and they get replayed.
If you click the little eye on the video, that will show you that will bring up Replayed's channel. We are going to be bringing in some more content. So basically, right now, all we're doing is live streaming and then cutting in a highlights reel of the live stream. We're going to be mixing that up and doing like longer and individual replays and stuff. And I'm of course going to do Mass Effect because it's my favorite game, and we've even had a request for it. And so over time, I'm going to literally do all the Mass Effect games, which is, I'm gonna love that so much. And I also really want to do co-op Portal 2 with my mother, and she's coming for my birthday in October. So I'm going to hopefully get that to happen because that would be just really hilarious and cute.
Miss Bird, did you answer already?
I did not answer shit. I did not answer. So I have like 300 plus Steam games that I would eventually like to get through all of them if on Replayed or Sketty Eddy. I think I would like to start with Tokyo Hosto.
They don't know
though.
what Sketty Eddy is.
Oh, Sketty Eddy is going to be my gaming channel. I've decided on that name finally. Anyway, so I would probably start with Tokyo Hosto, which is like a terrible like hosting game. Basically you're like this destitute guy who needs like money, and so you find a host club, and so you have to like, you know, entertain chicks and stuff. And apparently it's just so atrociously bad that it's hilarious. So I'd probably want to start with that.
All right, you can send that
Why
too.
do I have to sign this?
Because it
why?
really makes it more fun
Can I
to send
sign
to
on
somebody.
Chic? Like just like.
Oh, now you know which amiibo we're giving you.
Oh, whoops.
No, it's okay. We were gonna announce it anyway.
Hey, look, it's Chic. You get to earn that. Isn't that great?
A signed boxed
Oh.
mint, not quite mint anymore because we signed it, Cheek.
Well, we don't want to let them make like thousands of dollars on it.
Oh no, that'd be
They should
horrible.
make millions because of the signatures.
I don't think Sheik is worth that much.
I don't think so.
Unfortunately, but I didn't know at the time whether or not that was gonna be a rare one, so I've been holding that for a
It
while.
might be rare in Australia.
Well, I was gonna say in other countries, I think it might
True.
be.
Because
So.
the amiibo I bought you was actually not rare over there. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
got
either
it
way,
really cheap.
sometimes it's fun just to have an extra one around, like still in the box or something, because I take mine out. But and I can't wait to replay Super Mario RPG, which is my favorite game, because I feel so like familiar. I can blaze through that game really fast and really effectively. But that said, I would. Oh, you send it all over the back. Okay. Never gonna give you up.
No, it says never give
I don't know.
up.
I was gonna say, but that's what I took away. From it. I was never gonna give you up.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
I also can't wait to do like some of the Paper Mario games actually. So I want to like replay a bunch of like classic, Mario story games, but and maybe some like
There.
platforming
I
games.
fixed.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Lovely.
It's
Lovely.
like got little mathematical carrots so that you know where the tinsel is. Okay.
Oh, it's too bright. Oh well, they can't
Never
read
gonna
it.
give
You'll read it.
you up.
One of you will
Never
read
gonna
it.
let
So
you
anyway, yes,
down.
we are gonna give away a Chic to one of you guys. Thank you for joining us
I'm
today,
obnoxious.
by the way.
I signed in front of Chic.
It's that is obnoxious, but hopefully that doesn't mean it's not still kind of fun to have on a shelf someplace. So we're gonna give away a Chic. I don't know what the best way is though to do
I
this.
have no idea. We're so bad at this part.
I thought about just waiting and like using the comments
Uh-huh.
and doing a raffle basically based on the comments
Okay.
after we sign off.
Okay,
Is that the best way? It would have to be within like the next like 10 minutes or something though, so that we
Right.
can monitor like
right.
First
So,
person to inbox
I mean,
us. Go.
I can do that.
I mean, maybe
Yeah.
that's because that might be more straightforward than this.
Yeah.
Then again, we could also just take like yeah, I don't like doing live because some people will have like the stream not always showing.
Exactly.
So yeah, we should probably make it a comments thing. So,
Okay. So
all
what,
right.
what I'm gonna. Never mind. Go ahead.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna either ask a question or we're gonna ask a question. We're gonna have you guys comment as soon as this video is over. Oh, but wait, do they have to wait still? Because sometimes after it ends, like the comments get wiped again or something stupid like that, don't they?
So what I'm gonna do is
Inbox us
don't
on Facebook?
don't
question
close
mark?
this page, and I'm
Okay.
gonna copy the code and then parse the code and then do a random selection from
Okay.
the entire list of comments.
Okay,
Does that make sense? Does that work?
possibly. I just want to make sure that we don't lose anybody, who submitted their thing and then didn't get to, have a chance for it. Okay, well, this is taking too long. So let's just say, all right, there was the last question that we just answered. Which video game would you like to replay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to ask that back to you guys. Which game do you want to see Random Encounters replay? You're going to answer that.
You get one choice.
You have one choice, so only one of your things. If you answer it, we will put you in the pot in the raffle pot or whatever, and we're gonna send this out to one of you guys for answering our question
That
back to you.
doesn't
that was asked to
necessarily
us.
mean that we're gonna go play that game though.
True. Doesn't necessarily,
Important,
but we will
yeah,
consider
important
it.
distinction.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll absolutely consider it.
So, thank you guys for watching us today. Do you have any
Oh,
sign-off
put
messages?
answer all caps.
Oh, answer. Okay, so type answer. I'm gonna do a sample right now. Okay.
Caps
so,
lock, cruise control for cool.
answer. This is the name of the game you want us to replay.
Wow, lovely.
Okay. So just like that. All right. So if you do that, once this video is over, in the comments, we will take a raffle. You only have probably 10 minutes to do it, so be quick about it.
Also, that cat sits really funny.
We don't like him. He can go away.
Look, there we go. Yeah, there we go. He's like a T. He's like a
He just
T.
kind of flops there. and hangs out.
Sorry.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Is there any sign-off thing we need?
I mean,
Join us
See you
on
when I see
Replayed.
you.
see you when I see you is what Miss Bird says.
Monday we're replaying again. Is that true?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what we're playing yet.
Maybe we're gonna play whatever they suggest. I don't
Maybe.
know. Yeah, we'll see.
Um,
So yeah, join us over on the Replay channel. Please subscribe there if you haven't already, because we'd love to have you guys supporting us when we're playing. We usually stream twice a week, and then we post little highlight reels. We got FNAF going up or something, don't we? Our replay of
yeah,
Five
that's
Nights
going
at
up
Freddy's 4.
tomorrow, actually.
Okay, so you can, if you didn't catch our stream when we were playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4, I played Five Nights at Freddy's 4 like a week ago.
The highlights reel is going up tomorrow.
And you can go see the highlights of that Let's Play
Yeah.
over on the Replayed channel. So we're not going to post Let's Plays over here anymore. They're all on the Replayed channel. So, thank you guys for joining
And
us.
obviously, every month we have a live stream on Saturday. The first Saturday of every month we live stream. We do this for you guys.
Yeah.
So if you are surprised that we're doing this today, we do it every month. So
Always on the first Saturday,
Yeah.
unless
Always at 12 p.m. PST.
yeah. Check on
Pacific
Facebook
Standard
though
Time.
if you don't mind. Go on Facebook and follow us there, because sometimes something happens where we're like filming a Five Nights at Freddy's thing the first weekend, and we say we cannot ask Mark to take an hour off in the middle of it while we do this. So anyway, thank you
Yeah.
guys again for joining us. I think that's all we got. So comments start with answer. :
We've already
Your game
played
title.
Octodad, Five Nights at Freddy's
sorry.
4.
and
They could
stuff.
want us to do it again,
Goat
but
Simulator.
just so you know.
Yeah.
So, okay, we can't wait to see you guys over there. And in the next musical, which will come out this month, and it'll be Five Nights at Freddy's 3. We'll have new updates about that soon.
Yeah.
AJ, everybody. Don't forget, post them in the comments, starting in like 5 seconds.
Well, already actually.
oh, Beard Salute. Oh!
I missed the button.
That's okay.
Here's the button. Bye.